We don't. Make me wanna feel good.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadas. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, the Bahashem Debadad. All right, this is Men of Valor Las Vegas camp, but without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into these scriptures. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Seminole Indians, Haitians, Guatemalans, Puerto Ricans, Argentinians, Chile, Uruguay. All right, you are the true children of Israel. All right, according to this holy Bible. All right, salvation belongs to you and you alone. No other nation. All right, not Japanese, not Chinese. All right, not Samoans or anybody else. Not Africans. It belongs to you and you alone, the children of Israel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these scriptures.
Book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord."
So Yahweh said, go and speak to the ears of my people. All right, his people. All right, and all nations, but directly to his people first and foremost, because the inheritance belongs to the nation of Israel. All right. Matter of fact, let me just pull that up right quick. Just for a quick edification. In your eyes. This is going to be the book of Romans. All right, and it's going to be chapter 9 and verse 4, and it reads, "Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law." All right. Verse 5, "Who are the fathers, and who as concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who is over all, God bless forever. Amen." All right, so you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all the way down to Mexicans, you are the true children of Israel. Okay, and salvation belongs to you, but at this point in time only belongs to 1/3. All right, the elect of the nation of Israel, starting with the 144,000 and the multitude thereafter.
Verse 2 says, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true."
God caused them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right, because this book was translated. All right, it was written on paper through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, through the inspiration of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai unto men. All right,
and that's how we know that Yahweh Shai is the word, because he's also faithful and true.
God.
He's also called faithful and true.
God.
You know. Verse 3 says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee."
God, fear not the imagination of these devils. All right, of these other nations that are confederate with Esau Edom. All right, which Esau Edom goes back to the so-called white man. All right, because this is his system that he has set up. All right, and these other nations are confederate with him to keep the children of Israel down on the bottom. Okay, because they know once we come back to our power, the power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, that these other nations will go down. All right, and they will be in servitude under the Israelites. All right, first and foremost, the chief Israelites, Yahweh and his son Yahushai.
Verse 4 says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness."
For all the unfaithful. All right, so 2/3 of our own people, only 1/3 of our own people are going to make it. Only 1/3 of our own people of the nation of Israel are going to make it. All right? 2/3 will be cut off and die. Yes, I'm like.
Yeah, that
God.
You know, because of that word imagination. Let me pull up the scripture. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. It says, of our warfare, for weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
God. Hey, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. All right, so you're not going to see brothers of GMS, all right, or brothers who teach the same doctrine. All right, you're not going to see brothers out here with ratchets, all right, sidearm. All right, you're not going to see them with weapons. All right, because we know the weapon, the true weapon is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
What goes along with that is having faith.
Come.
You know, faith that the Lord is always going to fulfill his word. You know, as he says, his word shall not come back to him void.
Come. And that roughly paraphrasing scripture, the angels camp around us. All right? Camp around brothers, especially at camp.
You know, the eyes of the Lord, you know, those are the angels, you know. And more times than not, you know, even just bearing witness to, you know, you got a bug out coming to the camp, speaking a whole bunch of, you know, stuff, saying about what he's about to do, you know, and seeing that chariot up in the sky, you know. This is verse 5. It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, read that over. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has something directly. Listen closely.
And this goes out to all you antichrists, you know, anybody who speaks out on or against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It says casting, this is 2 Corinthians 10 and 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Casting down your fucking feeble imagination of what you think you're going to do to the children of Israel, even though some of us, all right, even though there may be men amongst Israel that are of the elect, all right, that may be beheaded for the truth, that may be persecuted for the truth. But the fucking imagination of you fucking devils and all you heathen that think you're going to rise up, all right? You will not rise up. You will fall. You will fall by the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach.
And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, West Indian Indians, Haitians, Guatemalans, Puerto Ricans, Argentinians, all right, read that part again.
So, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach.
Bring every thought into obedience. All right, you can't be a half foot in and a half foot out. Either you fucking comply or you die. You comply or you die through the will and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is tired of fucking around with you two-thirds ass niggas, first and foremost, and fuck all the other heathen. Go ahead.
Verse 6, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. God, because the Lord, you know, is coming back for vengeance.
Read it one more time.
Now, verse 6 says, and having in readiness.
Having in readiness.
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience.
To revenge all disobedience. That means from you two-thirds ass fucking, you low-level Israelites, all right? You fucking bottom of the barrel follow after Esau Israelites.
You're going to get it right. You're going to get it the same as Esau on this side. You know, the scriptures speak of it as, you know, he throws you in the same basket as the heathen. You know, so on this side you're nothing more than a heathen to him, unless you're of the elect, because you're going off, and that's from you know, the smallest sin that you think of to the you know, to murder and adultery. You know, because one transgressing committed one sin, you know, you don't transgressed all of them.
No, one's not greater than the other. All right.
So that's what Yahweh Shai is coming back for.
God.
put everything in order.
You passed through? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, you
passed through.
good. You just coming on this side. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Kind of. We'll just continue on. It says, this is 2nd Esdras 15, in verse 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world,
Yep.
the sword, famine, death, and destruction."
God, yeah, how about Shimei Shai said he will bring famine upon the world.
That's
All
right.
right, death and destruction, plagues. All right. So Yahweh Shimei Shai doesn't get you one way, he's gonna get you another way. All right, everybody is accountable for everything that they fucking do. You have to answer for it, whether you believe it or not.
And, I'm gonna grab this real quick, so you know that you can't escape. You can't escape judgment. That's something.
All right, there we go. That's right. That's me right there, that Greek coin eagle. That's me right there, that Roman eagle. And that's me right there, that American eagle. That's me.
All right. Well,
And yes, that is what they're going to get for attacking you. For sure.
hey, that's the spirit.
Yeah,
Hey, call hello, Yahweh Shimei Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
What's that?
That's the Most High's name. And it's in Hebrew.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
It says, I'm gonna grab this right.
I have all this information at my house. I can have it. That I have that information. That on the slave trade. Is that right?
That's why.
I want you to know that my family is the American flag, and we were taking orders from black people back in the 1400s when we rode with Napoleon and 5-star general and 4-star generals. Was my family was 4-star general, and he was black 5-star general, and we conquered the world.
Well, as you will again.
And,
so you will.
And we also are freedom from absolutely of absolute civil liberties and civil liberties of all men equal.
So
of equality is what I'm saying. Is that my family was equality.
What'll happen is go to matter of fact, Hope Revelation.
And this is all correct and true, absolutely 100% true.
Because there's a recompense for that, as you said earlier. So there's a judgment for that. Being that your forefathers did that to our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans,
Right.
There's a judgment that the Most High is going to give to them. Read Revelations 10.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
All right, and we're those saints, Abaratazah. But being that your forefathers led us into captivity, you and your forefathers will serve out 1,000 years of slavery.
Yeah, the forefathers were the king, the president.
Those are your modern day forefathers. Your forefathers Esau, Edom.
God and Jesus.
So Esau, Edom.
It was also the Godfather, God, Jesus Christ, and the King.
Yeah, God, if you're Jesus, which is Caesar Borgia, you see that so-called white man down there?
Yes.
That's your God.
Yes.
All right?
No, not your God.
No.
Is that Allah and God is the same.
No, our God is not the same.
You
You have a false idol.
That's right, they do.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus
right.
is a false idol.
That's right, he sure is.
All right, so
That's my life.
Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You're right.
That is my life.
Hey. Call hello, Yahweh Shai.
We should make what Jesus say come true, though, because it did happen. But absolutely, all this is correct.
It's prophecy. Your forefather is a
I am founding forefathers.
Right? What he is he helped fulfill the prophecy
And I'm
of
American
Yahweh
flag,
Shai.
bloodline, and I'm founding forefathers.
And that's exactly. And
And White House. Right. And absolutely, I'm the one that's taking those motherfuckers where they got to go. Into their captivity.
He's going to be a taskmaster. That's what he said he wants to be. He wants to be a taskmaster.
No, I'm just telling you that I am the trumpet death. And if I didn't flatline, she never would have been able to blow her horn to absolutely do that famine and diseases. I flatlined when I got thrown off a bridge just recently. Right. Is that shit right there is unheard of. I can't stand that shit. anybody fucking being a slave like that. They only needed one slave anyways,
Well,
because they
yeah.
got me.
Your whole nation's gonna go into slavery.
Oh, homie, you better believe it.
So it's not one slave; it's multiple slaves, as well as the other heathen nations.
Yeah,
If your father's line doesn't go back to this chart right here,
right.
you have slavery coming to you in the very near future.
I'm gonna grab this real quick.
And I bring it. I
Right.
bring all that from overseas, from your roots. I get all your roots here to handle that. Is that I'm that other white boy that absolutely doesn't fit in with any other white boy in this world. I'm the only one like that. Because I'm capped on a timeline. Because I'm the one white boy.
Happening right now,
Right.
your own nation
Is
is
I don't-
Egyptian against Egyptian.
right. Your own
I have a
nation
problem with
got
my
a
race.
conflict with the elites because they're of their wickedness. They're even oppressing their own nation.
Boy, homie.
So this is Isaiah 14:2. You start from the break. It says, "And they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors."
God, they shall take them captives who captives they were. All right. So once again, your forefathers, all right, starting with Esau, Edom, which would be your forefather.
Wait a second. That wasn't me. Is I am absolutely Mother Nature, like Lucifer almost, but without the female part. And I'm creator of brought life into this world. As I'm from here, as I was before all that. That's not me. My family did not come with the English over here. I did not come with Columbus. I came with Magellan, and I landed in Mexico and came up this way. I'm French, Irish, and Italian.
What is your father?
I'm French, Irish, Italian.
What's your father?
My dad was Irish and Indian.
Okay, what's his
Sioux
father?
Indian.
What's his father?
Sioux. His father was pure Irish, and his mother was pure Sioux Indian.
But you
Because I'm tied into the Sioux Indian.
All right, so
Right.
it goes by your father's line.
Yeah, we've never lied. We were the truth. You
So,
never had that.
If it goes to be that your father does belong to the Irish, there's a great possibility that you might be around here. You might be
Oh,
in
yeah.
Benjamin, and you might be Judah
actually be an Israelite.
and be an Israelite.
Uh,
So you're
brought all that into the world we did right here. Supernatural.
Yeah, how about Shem Yahshua is
Purple
supernatural.
Mountain Majesties, your majesties. I love what you guys are doing. This is true.
Hey, the water. Hey,
Right.
and
I like what you-
about Shem Kakadash. All right, that's all honor and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God, and who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right.
When you speak it in the Hebrew tongue, it's a direct, it's more
Yeah,
direct.
right, it is. That's the way it is supposed to be spoken. That's correct. So what's his name like in the Hebrew? How do you say it?
Yahweh.
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 Yeah, Yahweh. No, it's Yahweh.
It's not
Yeah.
Yahweh. It's Yahweh.
Yahweh.
All right. Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Bahashem is in the name.
Okay.
Yahweh Shai. Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai. That is what the world calls Jesus. All right. That would be his true name.
Right.
Yahweh Shai. All right.
Like
Which,
from the very first man that was ever standing, is you're still standing today, bringing the man in on timeline from Cro-Magnon to man, on a timeline of the first man coming in, and Homius Erectus is standing on your own. And from the first man standing, and you're still standing right there, is the true sons of God. Is the true sons of God of the true sons of God are here.
hey, that's
That's what-
absolutely right. In the spirit.
Yes.
That's absolutely right. But what we're gonna do, if you want to stick around, please stick around. If you feel like it, we got to get back to the
Oh,
scripture.
I got to do my thing. Is I just wanted to stop and let you know that I was paying attention to all this, and you're correct.
Hey,
Absolutely
we're
correct.
not correct. Yahweh, Shimei Shai is correct. We're just the mouthpiece, but we give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. All right, we give him all honor and glory and praise for being of the lineage of Israel.
Right.
All right,
So
Cool.
the Spirit stopped you today to witness this.
Yes.
So you have one of two options. You either go about doing the same things that you did, or you repent and come back to the name. Now you know the name of the Most High.
Right.
You repent and stop doing all the wickedness that you did before. And hope that that the Lord has mercy on you in the days to come, because we're going through these all these troubles.
So what kind of prayer do you offer something like that for?
The best prayer is you're going to pray from your heart.
Right.
Pray from your heart. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop doing anything that you're doing negative.
Come back to the laws in this book, you know.
To the best of your ability. Stop eating shrimp, pork, lobster. It doesn't matter if you got to go some days without food. Believe and trust and have the faith that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to feed you. And he's going to give you water. He's going to give you everything that you need.
Cool.
All right?
That's right. Thank you. That's what all that shit right off of me.
Hey,
that's right. There you go, baby.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless you. Amen.
Shalom to speak.
Shalom. Cool. Very good, man. Very good. You guys, man, helped me out a lot.
It's not us. It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Praise
All right. Call along Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And make sure when you pray to the east.
That's right, with the sunrise.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's where he's gonna come from.
All right.
Well, you know, hard to find that conversation actually that good. Like, wow.
We're here every Saturday, right? At the same time.
Hey, all praises once again to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, Shalom.
It's funny if you see a speckled bird earlier. Before camp, I was like, "That's a nice speckled bird." That's how I was, giving the song. See, that's the in Deuteronomy when it talks about the blind and groping. You know, here he is. He was that man thinking he was a part of
Esau
Edom, this the so-called white people, you know, and he had a problem with it. He has a problem with his own people. He thought, you know, but the Spirit revealed to him today that he's a part of the 12 tribes of Israel.
God.
You know, and that's why you can't judge somebody by the looks of them. You got to try the Spirit by the Spirit.
God. You know, and what that particular man was doing, he was sitting there passing out judgment. He's still over there right now. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and pan the camera around on right quick. Yep. He's over there still talking right now. All right?
That's true.
Right? Matter of fact, hey, it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that adds the increase. All right? So Abaratadai, if he's of our nation, he'll repent. He'll come back to the, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, his law, statutes, and commandments, and help him through whatever demons he got on him. All right?
Because, as he said, he felt like a lot better just from that short 2-3 minutes that we was talking to.
And that's living waters.
Right.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua just gave him, he was thirsty. All right?
He felt that weight lifted off him, that he been, being depressed, the suppression, and the vexation of just going about in this daily life, not knowing who you are, not knowing, what's next.
God. All right. And he was speaking, once again, he was speaking judgment. All right. He was speaking judgment. All right. And then the Spirit, he said, hey, we're the men. All right. We're the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua up here. All right. That doesn't only entail for us, Abaratazah, but that's every brother out on the highway and byway teaching the right 100% doctrine. All right. Let it be a witness unto you. God.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
God. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushua made a vessel to honor and dishonor. All right. If that man be of Esau Edom, all right, and then that's the vessel to dishonor. All right. But that in double fold, that would either prove a vessel to dishonor and Egyptian rising against Egyptian.
Right.
All right, because he has a problem with his own people. All right, so-called. He had a serious problem. All right, and if not, that's the speckled bird in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua revealing this unto him.
Verse 22, what if the power, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath and fitted to destruction?
God, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua suffers, all right, with the whipping stick of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He suffers with that. All right. Because as much as we're ready to be out of captivity, all right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is that much more ready for us to be done. So he can get his glory, his honor, and his praise. All right. So he can have his people married back unto him. So his brothers and his friends, all right, can come back through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to minister unto him, to set forth his kingdom. All right, to have everything be done in decency, in order, and everything in its fucking place. Everything and everyone. Man, woman, child, dog, cat, rat, snake, bat, it doesn't fucking matter. Everything is in order. The trees are in order. All right? Sick of all this GMO and all this bullshit.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 9. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
God, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, the disciples asked Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, why speak to them in parables? All right, because the mysteries of a kingdom is given unto Israel. All right, first and foremost, the 1/3 of Israel, the 144,000. All right, speaks to them in parables, even though we haven't spoken a real parable yet, too much. All right, but we're in that particular sentence. But when we spoke, when we were in 2nd Esdras 1 through 5, all right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua had parables. All right, so that you may understand what's going to happen and what's happening.
Romans 8:13 says, for 8 and 13, for if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die, but if ye through the spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live.
God, hey, if you're living after the flesh, you're living after getting that bag. You know, I got to get that bag. I got to get that bag. If you're living after, hey, I got to hit that chick. You know,
those lusts
God.
And those temptations, you know, that you're acting on.
God.
You know, mortifying the deeds of the body means cutting all that off.
God.
You know, you walking righteously.
If that's all that you could, if you're consumed with this world, whether it be a white picket fence, whether it be the best fucking car or anything like that, and you do anything for the bag, or just have the mentality by any means necessary and do as thy wilt, you are fit for destruction.
Oh, that's vanity right there.
So, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 22. He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful.
God, hey, if you've heard this word, all right, but you turn back, all right, or you didn't take heed. You didn't take heed. You just continued on about your day. Guess what? You were choked out. All right, you were choked out. The thorns, by thorns, it choked the seed out. So this word couldn't take root in your mind. All right.
No, that's why I say in Titus, I believe it's Titus, that we're baptized through the word.
God.
You know, in the regeneration of Mashiach.
Verse 23. But he that receives seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, and some 30.
God. Oh, go ahead.
Verse 24, another parable. Put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way.
Hey, and this goes into, matter of fact, this is twofold. All right. So you have the thorns that were choked out, or sorry, Salaki, the thorns that choked the seed out couldn't take root. whether it be a demon come up scoffing for somebody who's trying to receive the word, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai sent that demon to block them. All right, to get them off the path. All right, he threw a monkey wrench in it. All right, and then the good seed. The good seed is the ones that adhere and take action. All right, not just be hearers of words, but doers as well. So you have to take action. It's just not about hearing the word, because everybody hears the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Everybody. All right, I don't care who you are, whether you can speak, not speak, whether you're an infant or whatever. Everybody and everything by now has heard the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
It's only going to continue to grow.
God.
That momentum is going. As you can see, they just had RZA on the Breakfast Club, talking about the Hebrew Israelites and how they played a big part in New York. That was Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai putting, spreading that word out the four corners. Even though RZA, not out here on these street corners.
God, he just shedded more light. All right, people who are may be on the fence. All right, this is that time. This is the time Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to start quickening and turning brothers and sisters into having more action. All right, measuring thy time. Okay, that good seed was sown. All right, us brothers up here have that good seed. All right, because we heard the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and had fear. Had fear. All right, your lot may not be to be a prophet out on the street and highways and byways preaching and teaching. All right, you may be a help. All right, if you're a sister in the faith, first and foremost, if you have a husband, be obedient to your husband. All right, take care of your children. Reverence your husband. Get the word from your husband if you have one. If not, attend with meek and in silence. All right, unto the videos. All right, it's that good seed that is sown. Read that again. The verse after that, I believe it was 23.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 23. But he that receives seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word, and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and brings forth, some an hundredfold, some 60, some 30. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in this field. But while men slept, his enemies came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way.
God, kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man who found a good thing. So it's like a man who found a precious treasure. All right, sold everything. All right, sold everything else to obtain this land and to obtain the land where this treasure is. All right, because this truth is a treasure. It's a parable, deep, dark sayings. All right, it's a precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. All right, to get the full understanding and the true doctrine of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you have to study and show yourself approved. And the wheat amongst tares, Salakia, the wheat amongst tares is Esau, Edom. Salakia. Esau, Edom, all right, land with our women and these other heathen nations. Having tares, all right, having children because you are of your father's seed. Doesn't matter about the woman. You are of your father's seed. All right, trying to offset prophecy as if he can sneak in. All right, go ahead.
Book of Romans 8, start back at 13. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High.
God. And Abba Rajazah, we be those men. All right, continue to be led by the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, of the Rakak Wadash.
Verse 15, for ye have not received A bus dumbass. Verse 15, for if ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
God, Spirit itself bear witness. All right, we don't have the spirit of fear. All right, we got police and choppers driving by every day, all the time. All right, we don't care.
Hey, Jake desensitized to that shit.
God, day in and day out. All right, no matter which situation. All right, even if you feel a moment's fear. All right, hey, we call on the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
So, through the Spirit, who's the children of the Most High, because they enduring those hardships, and then when the word gets brought out, it doesn't resonate with the 2/3 right now, but it catches the ear,
God.
And they even though they don't care to act on it, they understand it. These other nations out here, they don't understand this.
Hey, God. Hey, the 2/3 hear the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, even though they don't put them into action, like the brother said. They hear the words. All right. They hear and they understand, but they are so far gone. All right. They either want to make sure that their master can come on along. All right. And continue to put their foot in their ass. All right. Because this is the only thing they know. This is what they've been taught through their mammies. All right. And the weak ass dads. All right. So they've been taught this and they've been indoctrinated. All right. And this is the only thing that they know and care about. But you can go ahead on that.
No, that's all I had on.
God. As a matter of fact, can you go to Isaiah 1? Matter of fact, pull Isaiah 1. Start at verse 2.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai had brought up children. Brought up children. Brought up children. Hey, he delivered us out of the land of Egypt, out of bondage. He delivered the whole nation. All right, so he brought up all his children. That was including the 2/3 at that time. Continue.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider.
So 2/3 of our own people do not know, doeth not consider that one, that they can belong to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Do not know or do not consider. All right? Because most of them heard it now, so you know. Whether you care to receive it or not, you know. You don't consider that you could be in a better case that you were in. You don't consider that you are loved. And I'm not talking about love of a woman, the love of a man. I'm talking about the love of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. A love above all love. All right? The fear for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is love and respect. The love of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is what he has, what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has for his nation is love. All right? Even though we fear him, it's still with love. Continue.
Verse 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
2/3 of our people have went away backwards, following after the devil. Esau, Edom, and these other nations, choosing their ways, choosing their false idols, which are their gods. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is a jealous God. Jealous. Right now, he don't give a fuck about nobody else but his elect. 2/3 of our own people will perish and die because they're not in obedience, not giving reverence to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Hey, that's the those going back to 2 Corinthians 15. The unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. These 2/3 going die for and that wicked seed is going to perish.
God.
And that's just a step that has to be taken, for the kingdom to flourish.
Continue on that.
Verse 5, why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint.
Look up the word stricken. We're going to get the definition of stricken. All right. Hold it right there. All right. He said, read it one more time. Slock it.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 5. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint.
The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. What is your heart? It's your mind. All right? Your mind. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. You stricken more and more.
Stricken means to it goes to the Hebrew word nakal. It means to strike, smite, hit, beat, slay, and kill.
Read it again and add one of those words in there.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 5. Why should ye be smitten any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint.
The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. All right? That means you're destroyed. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. These there are the curses. All right? If you go to Deuteronomy 11 and 26. God. And in Deuteronomy, all right, 28, it tells us the curses that are going to befall us until we are destroyed.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11, verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your power, which I command you this day, and a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your power, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known.
God. So for disobeying the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, all right, for disobeying, we're in trouble.
And Jake wanna, the ignorant of the 2/3, they want to say, why is all this happening to me? Why every time I feel like I'm just getting back, to where I need to be, and life is just gonna go good, and something tells me, fuck shit up.
Right. Something always happens. I just got a job.
That's the judgment. Man.
God.
That's the judgment. Like they say, more money, more problems. Well, you only got more problems because, in actuality, you're creating your own problems by going off.
God.
And not coming back to the Lord. That's all he wants. Say that he would rather ye seek repentance than him have to pass the judgment of death.
God.
he would rather all y'all came back and repented, but he knows, and he didn't put the spirit on you to do that for the fulfillment of these prophecies and the fulfillment of our kingdom, so we could come back as a better nation.
God, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua could have rose up anybody, all right? But he chose us.
Yeah, he said he had power of all the elements.
God,
Or
he could have rose up. I mean, essentially, it's talking about stones are talking about us, but he said he could have rose up these rocks right here.
Can't think of the scripture.
Thinking in Baruch.
The Yahushua had power of the.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there's that.
There's
Too.
that
Yeah, or Wisdom of Solomon.
okay.
Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, continue on that. Isaiah chapter 1. Chapter 1, verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Hey, putrefying sores. All right, won't be closed up. That's a dog licking its wounds. All right, that's that tweaker scratching at that scab continuously. All right, it's infected and it's got pus and everything coming out of it, and the whole 9 yards, and black and gangrene, and saying, no, it's going to get better, just let it be. It's not going to get any better. All right, it's infected.
Soon it's gonna take over the whole body.
God, and you need an ointment for it. All right, which is the ointment first and foremost is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
The physician
God.
came to those that are sick, you know.
Matter of fact, pull that. You know, he is the medicine. All right, he is the physician that is going to say and diagnose what it is. You had it, or was that just the Oh, okay, because you threw me off. I was like, huh? I think it is Matthews, the physician, Matthews 11. Look it up on your phone. Man. I got to rush looking it up. You're in need of physician. You're thinking about math. We're right around there, I got it. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 12. But when Yahushua heard that, he said unto them, that they behold need not a physician, but they that are sick. God, and Israel is sick. Go back to Isaiah. And Israel is sick. All right. This that sword. All right, that sword that's not getting better. So the physician is not he's not here for those that believe that they are whole. You know, not here for the ones that say you can call him anything. Yo, play yogurt. Not ones who are teaching off of their own doctrine, really, and their own interpretation of the scripts. I forgot. What is that camp we were watching? I think it was under IUIC.
No.
Or under Sakari.
But they be
I don't know.
BTW or something.
Whatever.
By the way or something.
Hey, exactly. By the way, I was leaning upon my own understanding. You know, that's what it was.
Butchering the MOTB, Revelations 13.
God, butchering a bunch of stuff. All right. We're not out here teaching from our own understanding. All right. Leaning upon our own understanding, like, oh well, I think this would mean this week, and next week it might mean this.
You're either right or you're wrong.
And you're fucking wrong.
There's a right way and a wrong way. That's why there's only one truth.
God.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 7. Sluck it. This book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 7.
How'd we get there?
Your country is desolate. Your cities are burnt with fire. Your land, strangers devour in your presence. And it is desolate as overthrown by strangers.
God, hey, it's desolate. Our land, our true land is desolate, overthrown by strangers. All right? You got those issues. All right? The issues, something like, all right, who took our customs and called them their own. And then on top of it, doing some abominable stuff, adding to. That's why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to destroy you. All right?
They capitalize on certain
You could drop that down.
religious holidays, to make profit on.
God. All right, you can go back to the second. You got scripture. God.
Second Esdras 15 and verse 5, it says, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And that's everything we're seeing now. All right? We're seeing death, famine, and destruction. All right? God.
This is Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9. It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
Read that.
I'm gonna read down.
God.
It's Ezekiel 21 and 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
A sword is sharpened and also furbished. All right? And how about Shimi Yahushua said he's sharpening the sword and also furbished. You looking up furbished? God. Hey, and how about Shimi Yahushua is not playing? Is not playing. His word is true and will not return unto him void. All right?
Oh. So the definition is to bear, polish, make smooth or both. Strong's definition is says to sharpen.
To sharpen. Right? To continually make sharp.
Says to bear, polish, make smooth or bald or bare.
And to make you bare.
Hey, and think about it. That's what. Who's the sword?
You saw Edom.
God.
That's the sword on the left hand side.
God, he gonna make you got. He's gonna make the sword bare. You know, but first he's sharpening their sword,
God.
and at the same time he got Yahweh Shai, you know, gearing up.
God.
He's been geared up. And Yahweh Shai always ready to go.
Hey,
You know?
it's
He's waiting on that call.
God, it's that scene that you know, from I always talk about from Star Wars, the Phantom Menace, where Darth Maul is pacing back and forth
Right.
when he's waiting, you know, just waiting back and forth, just pacing back and forth.
Like these.
Right. He's ready to pass judgment, right? Because vengeance is in his heart. All right. Especially for Esau Edom. You know, 2/3 in Esau Edom. Those are his top priorities. God.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, verse 8. But they rebelled against me and would not hearken unto me. They did not every man cast away the abominations of their eyes, neither did they forsake the idols of Egypt. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt.
God. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua said he's going to pour out his fury. All right, and fury is not a light thing. All right, if you watch the Avengers, why does everybody fear Nick Fury? His fury, right? He got the name Nick Fury. Everybody knows about him, right? Everybody knows. Oh man, that's that agent, Nick Fury. That's that man. He's the one, right? He don't play. The fury of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the anger.
Ezekiel 20:21-9, it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord. Say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree.
God, he said a shore slaughter. Shalaki, he said a shore.
Sword.
He said for sure.
A sword.
A sword slaughter, right? Sword slaughter.
So,
yeah, that's. I thought I said it. I just speaking too fast. I was speaking too fast. A sword slaughter.
it's not going to look good.
A sword slaughter.
Yeah, me saying back to back is sword slaughter. And there you go.
Tongue twister.
And he polishing that sword. No,
God.
he's polishing it, refining it, making it, you know, the best. That's what you see with these robots, as Apostle Gabar went into. You know, these and Elder Karatza, you know.
God, hey, it's
Those robots, man, you could push them off course and they still hit their target like that.
hey, it's like Yahweh Shai refining the silver, all right, and seeing until he sees himself in that silver, all right.
Got that going on the left hand side.
God,
these robots, man, is doing is making James Bond and John Wick look like nothing.
right? Because these are mere even though it's entertainment.
Those
right?
robots, he's making those robots making them look like trash.
Hey, John Wick and everything is just entertainment. This is the real life John Wick. You know, those robots are real life John Wick. All right, has no emotions. He's not going to get upset about a dog dying.
You don't get you don't get stabbed and then have to feel the pain.
Right.
Know?
He doesn't have to negotiate anything.
And these are things that we're gonna have to go against.
God.
You know, in those times.
Hey, and that's why Yahweh Shimi Shai said he will raise up the standard. Right? He's going to raise the standard of the men, all right, of his elect, of his chosen men, all right, to be protected in that day. You got one?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me.
God, and that's Yahweh Shai. All right.
For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
Hey, anger and fury. His anger and his fury is he going to trample? All right, he's going to trample 2/3 first and foremost, because judgment starts in his house, and then Esau, Edom.
Verse 4, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
Hey, the year, all right, the year, the time and the day is appointed for him to come back. And he doesn't know the time nor day, only Yahweh. All right? But he gave us the signs, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gave us the signs to watch for. All right? Because the signs to watch for, that Yahweh Shai knows, okay, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. It's almost time to go. It's almost time to go. Right? You want to continue a second, Edris?
Second Ezra 15, verse 6 or verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
How about Shimei Shai said he will hold his tongue no more, right? For the wickedness of his own people first and foremost, and then the wickedness of these other heathen nations, chiefly Esau, Edom. All right, and the unrighteous decrees and the judgments and everything that they pass.
And behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Hey, that innocent and righteous blood. Did not Cain slew Abel? All right, he had innocent and righteous blood, and the blood of the earth cried out unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, the blood in the earth cried out to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So what do you think? How much more blood was shed by these devils? All right, of the righteous. All right, they were made continuously to go off, so on and so forth, accusing us night and day. All right, trying to get the birthright back that never belonged to them in the first place, because it was ordained by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, and then Esau, Edom over there crying like a little bitch. To try to get it back, and he had already sold it, saying, what does it profit me? Because he was hungry. Well, shit, this is what it would have profited you, but it was never yours to belong with. All right.
And the prophets out on these street corners, crying out to the Lord about all these iniquities, and putting on forefront, the iniquities and injustice from first and foremost Esau, but also the continual wickedness of their own nation.
God.
We crying out some.
Own nation and the fucking heathen nations.
God. And,
all you motherfuckers.
Waiting on that day, to come that we get redeemed.
Fine. Lucky, I got a sailor's mouth today. I'm upset. People shit.
Verse 9, it says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Hey, how about Shimei Yahweh Shimei will avenge us. All right? Abarakza, we be those men. All right. Abaratazah would be those men. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to avenge us. All right. But he will avenge the nation of Israel in its entirety. Even the 2/3. This vengeance is for them as well. All right. For what they have done to his people, even though that they went off. And they were fit as a sacrifice fit for destruction as well. But nevertheless, they still received the promises. After they learned death by pain, after that second death, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, 2/3 of you will perish. That are Israelites, that goes back to your father's line. That's men, women, children. Doesn't matter if it's the itty-bitty baby who was just born. Doesn't matter if it's the little sweet little girl, sweet little boy. All of them, you and them, are going to die by pestilence, by thermonuclear fire. Shit, by a bite of a spider, through hunger, through everything. Hey, there's Esau says there's a 1,000 ways to die. He only has 1,000. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has hundreds of thousands, if not billions, of ways to die. He can do anything he wants. He can make every cell in your body formulate to something else, just to put you through a certain fucking hell.
You see, people just dying for no reason. He can make you die for no reason.
God.
You could just be somewhere, whether it be in public or in the comfort of your own home, and you just collapse.
Right, like how people be having heart failures and stuff. Now, that comes out of nowhere, but it's judgment from the Most High.
God. How about Shimmy Al-Shai don't play with you people?
I've heard of multiple stories. Somebody playing basketball, and just collapse.
God.
Heart failure. That's the fear. That's the judgment of the Lord. But that's the fear that we need to have, knowing that walking, this life ain't guaranteed. Your next step not guaranteed.
Hey, each step, each breath, each thought is a gift.
And it's a chance at salvation if you belong to this to the Israelites.
God.
If you belong to the Most High. This is Numbers 35 and verse 33. Says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Hey, this land, America, is defiled with the blood of the Israelites. All right? First and foremost. Yeah, there's other heathen blood here, but it's mostly of the Israelites. The ground is saturated. The earth on this side of the earth is saturated with the blood of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
You think that the Most High is gonna take it easy on you guys? That's what y'all feel like should happen?
No, because he's going to come back with sun showers, sunflowers, and rainbows, and
every Edomite that comes up to the camp, what they say that God is love.
Right. Yeah, he has love for his people, but 2/3 of his own people he ain't got love for right now. He loves them enough to correct them and destroy them, whether it be through pestilence, thermonuclear fire, famine. All right? Got more on that?
Yeah. Second Ezra 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Hey, how about Shimei Al-Shai said his people are led like a flock to the slaughter, waiting for a sacrifice.
But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before,
But it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai who will redeem us
and will destroy all the land thereof.
and will destroy this fucking wicked ass place. All right, from it being defiled with the blood.
Egypt in that reference is talking about captivity.
God.
This is the land of our captivity. For the most of us, and the Gentile, and the rest of the Gentiles spread out across the world.
God. Hey, this is if you're not of this sign, or a speckled bird of this sign, you're living your best life right now. I say that in truth and honesty. I don't care if you live in a third world country and everything. Right now, you are living your best life. As far as your mentality for a rulership mentality. All right? You're living your best life. So eat it up, drink it up, party, have fun. Hey, anybody who's not of this nation and hears this word, all right? You gonna do what you gonna do, have fun. All right? But if you belong to this nation right here, you better get your ass in line. You better straighten up. You better shape up, because Abarat is out. We about to ship out.
Hey, this is verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it.
God, Egypt will mourn. All right? This place right here will mourn. They're only get to mourn for a second, though. Right? Why? I knew that fucking devil was going to do that. I knew it. Why? That's why his ass is going to crash. Yeah, how about Shimmy Yahushai? It's going to only give him a second to mourn. Why? Because this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. All right? It is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. So most people in America ain't going to have too much time to mourn.
They got that hour.
Right.
Verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation.
Hey, you're seeing, and Salaki, you're seeing them sort of mourn right now, through their crops not being able to be sold, through not getting goods in their small businesses, through having to use all their savings and so on and so forth.
This is their morning time. Jacob's trouble, this is their morning time.
Right. This is they got a small time to mourn. All right. But in retrospect, how long has Israel been mourning? All right. 400 plus years. All right. In this fucking captivity.
Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe to this world. Woe to this world. Not the world to come. Woe to this motherfucker. Woe to this abomination. This fucking stinky ass place. Woe to this world. Woe to unrighteous decrees. Woe to these mandates. Woe. We gotta read.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 12. Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands.
Hey, pull not destruction upon yourself with the works of your hands. You, Jake. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know how you pull destruction and death upon you? I'ma celebrate Christmas. That's one blanket of death.
I'm gonna rock this Buddha chain.
That's another blanket of death. I'm gonna celebrate this birthday. That's another blanket of death. I'm gonna pop my homeboys or my brother's wife. Another blanket of death. Blanket of death. I'm gonna eat abominable foods. Blanket of death. There's so many different blankets. but you have the guidelines, so you can go and get that wool blanket. Then you can run into a tower where it's warm and the tower is strong, where it will not fail.
Coming out the destruction of your own hands. That's how that scripture, it makes me think about Esau and how, how they're gonna, how this land is gonna be destroyed, because they were the ones who created those ICBM missiles, the A bomb. That's exactly how they're gonna go out, and with the help of Yahweh Shai and the church.
God.
The angels ushering out a little extra fire,
Right.
a helping hand. But it's mostly their own man-made destruction.
God.
This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
God. Hey. The righteous running into it. All right. So instead of pulling those blankets of death over yourself, all right, run your ass into the tower. All right. Run into the tower of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. This is gonna get us through this thing. It's not bugging out at the sight of all these wicked destructions,
God.
destructions that are going to be coming.
All these judgments coming down.
No, they're not wicked. They're righteous judgments.
But they're wicked in your eyes.
Right. When you start seeing the wickedness of this world,
amp up like you see now. You got Jake's going into stores just cleaning out shelves. You got women more thoughtier than ever and only getting worse. Shit, I didn't think they could get any worse.
They're gonna continue to wax worse.
Right. Do you think all the whoredoms and all the shit that we are about to see, if Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai allows us, Abaratazah, to make it through Jacob's trouble?
Hey, think about what women do now for some money, for a meal, for a night out. Think about what they're gonna be doing when
they have no choice.
When they have no choice, and when they really asked out.
God.
They're gonna be giving it up.
Hey, they ain't gonna have a choice to give it up. They're gonna be getting it taken 10 times more.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, give me that. And it ain't just gonna be 2/3 ass Jake. All right?
That chick, that barely escaped ain't gonna escape because they're gonna kick that door down.
God. Hey, and that goes for you butchers out there too. All right? The ones who have never been touched. That you've been one your whole life. All right? You gonna get touched. You gonna get touched, all right? You gonna remember that yourself, you're a real woman, naturally. And there's nothing you can do about it. And there will be men who will be women. All right, don't think you ain't gonna get touched too. This devil is the devil. All right, he has no respect. He has no morality. And if the devil has no morality, what are his children gonna be like? And those that follow after him.
Essentially, they're following after, these customs of the devil, that these devil had put in place as pleasurable and cool.
God. Trendsetters.
Right. They're the trendsetters right now. That's why, keeping up with the Joneses, y'all keeping up with Eve,
God. Hey, it's not Jones you're keeping up with. It's the Oppenheimers, the Gutens, the Rothschilds, you're keeping up with the system that they set forward for you. You're keeping to their doctrine, their indoctrination. You're keeping up their false narrative. You know, I watched a video today on JFK. All right, and it was just the speech that got him popped. All right, because JFK was given a warning, which I believe JFK was a Jake, you know, but that's neither here nor there. But the way that he speaks, look, that speech got JFK popped because he didn't believe that for these secret societies to hold things secret. He believed that everything should be revealed, all right, unto the people whose this land it's supposed to be.
He wanted to, he was trying to bring out the true democracy.
Hey, and that's why I believe he was a Jake. I could be wrong, but I believe Kennedy was a Jake.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 15. Hear ye and give ear, be not proud, for the Lord hath spoken. Give glory to the Lord your power, because he caused darkness, before he caused darkness, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. And while ye look for light, he turn it into shadow of death, and make it gross darkness.
Hey, give ear to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? Before you stumble, misstep, and get your ass caught up. All right? And 2/3 of our own people are going to get caught up.
Verse 17, but if ye will not hear it, my soul shall weep in secret places for your pride, and mine eyes shall weep sore, and run down with tears, because the Lord's flock is carried away captive.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said he's going to weep in secret places. It's like a parent, right? Like your parent is so pissed off with you because you did something so wrong. All right, you're a little kid and you wrecked the car. You put the car in neutral and you jumped out and it went across the street and got hit. You know, you didn't get hit, but the car got totaled. All right, your parents should be whooping your ass, but at the same time, they're so mad but so happy that you weren't in the car and nothing happened to you. But still, you're gonna get an ass whooping. And I'm gonna be crying while I'm doing it because I'm so pissed off. I'm so pissed off at you right now. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but I'm pissed. All right, and you need to be disciplined, reprimanded for it.
Sirach 18 and 20 says, before judgment examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. Humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sin show repentance. Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not until death to be justified. Before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord.
God. Hey, that says a lot. Don't tempt the Lord. Prepare before you pray. All right? Get your mind geared and ready before you pray. All right? And then multiple temptations.
Make sure when you pray and you make do what you talking to the Most High about.
Come on.
Don't break that promise.
Strive for perfection. Strive to adhere to the words that you're telling the Most High. All right? You be better. It's not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who needs to be better. It's you who needs to be better. It's you have to do right. It's not until Yahweh Bashem Yahushai does right by me. Nah. It's till you do right by him.
He's already done right by you and didn't get repaid back what was supposed to get handed to him.
Come on.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the power, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery.
Start over. Beginning.
This is the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the power, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
God. Hey, people look at us and think we're trouble. You know, I had my girl tell me, "You're always mad." I'm not mad. Shit, I'm actually a peaceful person. I'm at peace always. Am I frustrated with the wicked? 2/3 of our own nation? Absolutely. But am I at peace? Yes. Yes, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gives us a sound mind to understand these laws, statutes, and commandments, these parables, these precepts upon precepts, line upon line, here a little and there a little. The parables that are spoken of. But because we're not metro, all right, we're not some metro sexual ass men up here, or men who always play around, all right, we're looked at as being angry. I'm not angry. I'm austere. All right? If I don't like you, fuck off. If you're doing the wrong thing, fuck off. All right? So we have no care about the bullshit. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai didn't give us room. All right? If we're serving men, we're not serving him. If we're serving ourselves, we're not serving him. What the fuck is your problem? I'm not here by my own fucking accord. I didn't make me. My parents didn't even fucking make me. Everything was made for the will and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's like 13 and 15. I said 13 and 15 before. Then I switched it up. No, I said 13. I said 13 and 15. Then I said 10 and 15. I said 13, 10 and 15, 13 and 15. But actually, I worked. Go ahead.
This is wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded for the power, proved them and found them worthy for himself.
God, hey, and we're being proved and tried. All right? Go to right here.
Verse 6. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
All right. Now go to the other one. Go to Zechariah. As gold in the fire, as he tried. All right. Abarat shall we be those men. As gold and silver in the fire, he will try us.
This is this book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2/3 of our own nation are going to be cut off and die.
But the third shall be left therein.
But the third, that 1/3, be left therein. Why? Continue to read.
Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined.
He will refine them, the third part. He will refine them as silver is refined.
And I will try them as gold is tried.
And try them as gold is tried.
They shall call on my name.
Call log Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
And I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
God. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is our power. And Abaratazah, we stay instead in the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to continue to be his people. His faithful servants. All right? Go ahead and get that.
It's Revelation 13, verse 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Hey, the image of the beast, all right? The image of this beast, all right, has happened before. There's nothing new under the sun. First, it was Caesar Borgia, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, Jebus, the pale dog. All right. This is you have the Tower of Babel where they tried to get everybody together, wanted to be one nation. We are one people. No, we're not. You know.
Or the NWO that's come.
Come.
They're trying to that these wicked elites are trying to put in place, so they can have more control.
God. They want to know your every movement.
So they can have more money.
They want to know when you spit. I thought you threw up or something. That's the leaves and stuff. Like, you okay? They want to know when you spit, when you lay the pipe, when you bust that seed. All right, everything. They want to know every intimate detail about you and to control you.
They trying to put a and in a news article, they're trying to put a cap on the limit of kids you can have.
God, it's supposed to be 3 children.
Right, and then you're gonna get fined every time you have more.
Hey, that's not being fruitful and multiplying.
Pretty soon they're gonna make you become sterile.
God.
After you have a couple kids.
Hey, what is it? California already has condoms that are making people sterile.
Hey, they doing with foods and other things they want you to put in your body.
God.
That they're willingly giving out for free.
Like your grandparents always told you, if something is free, too good to be true.
Ain't nothing free.
Ain't nothing in this life free.
And
because if it was free, why you got to pay taxes?
The price of that, taking what's free right now is your soul.
God,
it's your spirit.
Everything has a cost.
Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a thing in their right hand or in their forehead.
To receive a carotid, to receive that thing in their right hand or forehead. You have Elon Musk with his Neuralink.
I'm trying to put that CHIP in.
Right? Then you got the micro RFID chip. What is it? Agenda 2020 or the people? Or I forgot the name of that bill. Oh man. The name of that bill. And we got another circular. Dang, what's the name of that bill? Salaki, I forgot the name of the bill. But Biden just passed this bill. All right. You get this experimental, all right, RFID chip implantation, all right, in you, and you get that you get a currency, all right. You start to receive basic monetized income. All right.
Their incentives.
God, it's the incentives. And don't think if there's what are we on? Stimulus check number 4. If it's going to be stimulus check number 4, know that it's going to be tied to something digital.
Or they're going to try to get you to do something before you get that 4th one.
God.
Because they're not playing no more. And you still going to have to wear a mask. Even when you drive your car.
The juice, poison. So what kind of sense is that thing?
Right. They want you to be walking around outside with a mask on.
Right.
They want you to be driving your car with a mask on.
Right.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 24. Defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity thereupon it, and the land itself vomited out her inhabitants. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you.
God, hey, we're not supposed to adhere to these particular mandates. All right. So all these abominations that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has us going against. All right. We're not supposed to just agree with all these mandates.
If it makes if it goes against the Ten Commandments and the other 613 laws, you know, that's when we have to choose the discernment, you know, to
Right.
have that discernment not to follow.
You have to have the discernment, you know. Of course, if you need a driver's license to drive, get you a driver's
Yeah, it
license.
takes part in society, but you know, we're not of this, you know,
God,
we're not of this society.
we're in this world. We use this world. All right.
We're here for some survival purposes, and our desire will make it to the end.
God,
Striving for salvation.
God.
This is verse 17. This is Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the thing or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
God. So unless you have the thing, all right, the paragma, all right, you're already starting to see it with this Maxine Waters, this juice, you know, this Kool-Aid poison mixture, all right, you're already starting to see it. Go to Jeremiah 31. We actually go close up. 31 and 31. All right, start at 27.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 27. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast. And it shall come to pass that, like as I have watched over them to pluck up and to break down and to throw down and to destroy and to afflict, so will I watch over them to build and to plant, saith the Lord. In those days they shall say no more, the fathers have eaten a sour grape, and the children's teeth are set on edge. But everyone shall die for his own iniquity. Every man that eateth the sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts, and write in their hearts, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord. They shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more.
All right. So Abaratazah, you know, Abaratazah, we be those men. We be those men of the husbandry. All right? Of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? Y'all brothers got anything else? All right, but with that, we'd like to give all honor and glory praise unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. To all you Akim and Aqua out there listening and learning. To all you Akim out there teaching and preaching the truth with 144% sincerity. To the men, women, and children, once again, listening and learning. Akim, and Aqua. Till the next time we say Shalom, Wad, Abal, Babal. Shalom.